guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Tati Beauty palette, the Volume 1 Texture Neutrals that she just came out with. It is gorgeous, and I have been through it all, so I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of this video, but let's just go ahead and jump in. I'll show you guys the shadows one more time. Hopefully the mirror probably is blinding you. She's got all of the color names down here, and then this is just the finish. So like the shade names are Memory, Ritual, Story, Soothe, Aura, and Poet. And then the finishes are Matte, Sequin, Metallic, Glitter. This looks so pretty. I'm so excited to get started. First of all, I'm just going to start with kind of a everyday, like basic type look, and go in from there. So already I'm getting some fallout, so it might be a good idea that I'm not wearing foundation yet. The pigment is crazy already, I can tell, because I kind of thought that was like skin tone color, but you can really see it. It's like almost like orangey on my lid. I'm gonna not use a base just to see how the shadows perform on their own, because on a day-to-day I don't really use a base. And also, please excuse my neighbors who are chainsawing something and my dog who's chewing on a bone, but we'll work with what we got here. So that's looking much warmer on my skin to me than it was in the pan. So I'm just gonna take it into Soothe a little and just slightly into Ritual. Just kind of on the outer edge to deepen that up a little and blend in. And on the eyes, the fallout is not actually bad. Like, I don't have fallout under my eyes as of yet. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing, just a slight bit of Ritual mixed in with Soothe on the outer edge and blend up. And I am just using the Morphe JH34, which is just kind of a bigger fluffy brush. I'm just gonna do kind of a basic everyday look first, and then we'll go in and turn up the volume and smoke it out and all that good stuff as we go on. I'm just gonna go back and forth here till I feel like my eyes are even. They are definitely asymmetrical. This brow sits much lower than the other, so and I'm obviously not old, but getting a little older, my eyes have become also more hooded, so I'm kind of learning how to deal with the skin that's coming over my brow bone, basically. They are blending really well so far. I'm really liking them. And I like how I can like almost blend them out to nothing up here, so it's just such a perfect gradient. Okay, so for my kind of basic look here, I'm going to go in with, I'm gonna take Soothe on my finger, and it's very soft. It's very satisfying to touch. It almost feels wet, and that is in the metallic, and I'm gonna do that on the inner third here. I'm just gonna pick up a little more and kind of sweep over the middle of the lid, and then really make sure I get the most payoff in the middle of the lid. Then I'm gonna take that same finger and dip into Ritual in the metallic, and just put that darker shade on the outside of the lid, just like that, and just blend that into the metallic Soothe. What I want to do is get a nice gradient, so I'm just going to do the same on this eye here. And I'm doing kind of pressing motions. I'm not trying to like swipe on my lid. Soothe again looks a lot more warm tone on my skin than it does in the pan, I feel. And I'm just gonna take, versus like the matte and the metallic both look more warm than I would think they are. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. It's looking a little warm tone for me, so I'm gonna just very, very lightly, I don't know if you can even see that, dip into Aura and put that in the middle and kind of across like that. And I'm gonna do the same, so this side matches. And I don't know if that really did too much, but what I really want to use the metallic Aura for is to kind of go in harder, and I just drag down the pan for my inner corner highlight. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Okay. And then I'm just going to take my finger and blend those first two shades together. It's both Soothe and Aura in the metallic. I'm just taking a little more Aura on my finger here to do that. So that's where I'm kind of looking for my everyday. I'm just gonna take Aura in the matte and kind of highlight my brow bone here because I feel like it just looks a little bit unfinished, and that is pigmented enough to kind of cover up my discoloration. So I'm just gonna take some on this same brush, or it's not the same brush, it's a eyeshadow brush from XO Beauty. And I'm just going to, since I haven't concealed yet, I'm just gonna brighten up my dark shadows that are here. Just because that's where I have my darker shadows. Perfect. And as I kind of blend that out too, I'm going to put more of the Aura Metallic on the inner, as well as take that JH34 again, and just make sure that that is a really nice gradient where it's not like, oh, there's the brow bone highlight right there. So I'm just gonna do like windshield wiper motions back and forth, and the way, like how simple this look has been for how good it looks, I'm very pleased with. I'm just taking more Aura on my finger, and I did kind of really press it in there, so I got kind of under the eyes. I'm just gonna blend that out a little bit. So this is kind of where I would be at for an everyday look. I might sometimes take some of that Aura just under the brow bone, just at the very top there, but it is so pigmented that it's a little bit intense, kind of. I'm not sure how well you can see it on camera, but that's kind of where we're at for the just quick, I mean, it wasn't so quick, it was like, what, 10 minutes or so, but if you're just going out for the day and you want just slightly more effort, this is kind of where I would land with that, which I really like. I'm not gonna do mascara or anything until the end, but let me get close so you can see here what I have going on just for like a daytime look. And then I'm gonna take that on my finger once again, and I just pulled it across the pan, and I'm just gonna put this over Soothe on the lid and just kind of pat. I really like the way that looks. And I'm gonna do the same on this eye. just kind of avoiding the outer corner because I do already have ritual out there as it is, and I'm gonna deepen that up even further with memory. So I'm just getting that color kind of put down and blending in with what I already have there. That transition from the Aura Metallic to the Ritual Sequin is a little bit more difficult than going Aura Metallic to Soothe Metallic, so that just takes a little bit more blending, but that just basically deepened up that look so quickly. I'm actually just gonna stick with the same exact brush, and I really want to try Poet, so I'm gonna tap in just lightly to Poet and then also into Soothe, just to tone it down slightly. And I just want to get that, like, ooh yeah, color. Wow, that was a very effortless, that was very effortless, I feel like, to just lay that color down. And that was just the Poet matte shade also. Okay, so I'm liking that. I want to try to pick up, because I haven't gone in with Story yet either. I'm just going to take some Story and some Ritual, and you can see kind of I fluffed some off on the pan, so you can see the fallout a little bit. And I'm just going to kind of put that over where I had Poet down. I much prefer this eye, like my eye shape. I always just think it turns out better over there. Then I'm gonna go in with a clean Luxie 237 and just buff. Make sure I don't lose my depth. Pat into that corner. Okay, so I'm liking how that's looking, but I do want to try the Poet Metallic shade because it does look a little more warm tone than the other finishes, and I'm interested to see how it would look with this kind of warm tone look we're going for. So I'm just gonna pat it on over everything else, just with my finger. And just blend with that outer corner once again. I'm gonna take this finger that's clean and put some Aura over top to get a even blend. And again, this is the same Aura Metallic that I've been highlighting the inner corner with. Okay, I'm liking that gradient. And just again, in with the Luxie 237 to once again blend this eye. So this one's bothering me for some reason. So I'm just going to blend with that clean one. And then I feel like this one needs just a little deepening up. So I'm just taking that same brush, no extra product on it, and blending that corner. And I'm actually going to take some Ritual, just a tiny bit, tap it off, throw that in that corner. And I think this is gonna be kind of our middle. I'm gonna take some Aura on the brow bone. Oh, it's the metallic shade. And this is a BH Cosmetics number 10. Just to place that down right under my brow bone. Okay, and then I'll come in close so you can see what I have going on. Okay, so I feel like that is kind of middle ground. So now I'm gonna go in and play with memory and get some of the blacks in there. Same exact brush, I'm just gonna go in with the matte memory color, the matte black, and just tap. And then tap a little off. And just make a V shape in this outer corner. It's very pigmented. Start with a little for sure. And this is gonna be kind of a test of the blendability of the shadows as well, because I'll have to blend black. So we're getting there to our most dramatic look. This is actually really pretty. I really like this kind of like smoky, burgundy, orangey look. But I really want to try the glitters. So I'm trying to think which one. I think we should do Ritual. So this is what the Ritual glitter looks like. That was the little protective sheet that just flew off. And I'm just gonna take it on my finger. And I'm just going to put it across the lid here. And I'm doing some patting motions. And I kind of want the most in the middle of the eye. And then to blend kind of out to nothing. And blend into the metallic aura shade. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. I feel like it gives the same effect as like the steel glitters. But the steel glitters, I feel like it can be patchy sometimes. Ooh, I like that. So far, I only have a few little glitter like fallout specks. Nothing too crazy at all, but I really like that a whole lot. And if I just, that's leftover. So I did get it to come off my finger pretty well, but that leftover, you just kind of show, it just, I feel like it shows like how much bang for your buck you get, because I definitely am like glittery on the eyes, and that didn't take much product at all. Alright, so I've been using this kind of shadow liner brush. It's the BH Cosmetics number 10 for my highlight, but now I'm gonna take it, tap into Ritual and run it, and I'll let you what I have going on up close here, and then I'll finish the rest of my face makeup and give you my final thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. My final thoughts on the palette are that it would make a great Christmas gift for any makeup lover that you have in your life. I really loved the blendability, and you can kind of see as I go how everything went. You can do so many different looks with it, and I'm kind of a neutral girl anyway, so I love it. It's like near and dear to my heart, but I love that she threw in the like mauve tones and the oranges, so I really love it. I'll put everything linked below so you can go buy it. It is sold out currently. I know a lot of people have been comparing it with the Shane Dawson Jeffree Star Conspiracy palette as far as like which one should you spend your money on, because the launch dates were so close together. And I did get my hands on a Conspiracy palette, so as soon as it comes in the mail I can do a review for that as well. And just go ahead and hit subscribe so you know when that's uploaded, but I hope to see you guys again soon. Thank you.